Okay.
Okay.
Don't watch that. Anyway, BAU podcast episode
39, guys.
39.
Yeah. BAU 24.
But the first of all, one second. Just the neighborhood we're in and that. Just for health and safety and that. Yeah. That's my name.
BAU 24/7, guys. Episode 39.
Trust me.
We're here with another banger for you guys. It's me, Rakeem. No AKAs.
Nothing.
Just
here.
Nada.
Just
Zero.
Cannon.
The N of the O. No. We're here. So yeah, man.
Hey, start us off.
Alright. So where do I start?
How you been? Everything straight?
Everything good, man. Everything blessed.
That's it?
You?
Nice.
Alhamdulillah.
Every
time.
Well, listen, man.
Alright, throw me the alley-oop. I mean, I'm warmed up. I'm stretching as we speak. It's me. I might have to lean this. Pause.
Alright, what's good, people? Another episode. While we're still working on the studio, this is the studio. This is the moving studio. Anytime, park it up, bam.
Car movie.
Knock one out.
It's a car movie.
Alright, this one here, I come prepared with notes. Yeah? And without further ado, let me just get straight to the point, Neil. We had a really cool comment from this. How would you class a gentleman like that, Neil?
Oh, that was absolutely hot.
That's a ma'alin horta of a comment, because he kind of respectfully checked us in the sense of to the extent of keeping it real, but also having topics and conversations that are valuable to because to be honest with you, I've always wanted to attract a younger crowd to watch this, and hopefully even through all the jokes, even if you take one little thing away, it's gonna go a long way. You know what I'm saying? If something helps anyone, you get the point. Okay.
And I also appreciate, of course, that watching the video from the beginning to the end and just commenting on the actual video.
Oh no,
as well. But yeah, let's get straight into it, man. From your alley-oop.
So I thought, you know what? I'm not even gonna play around on this episode, because we just starting off. I'm not gonna lie. I thought we were gonna have a couple of episodes until we get to the studio, where it's just just throwaways. On a mixtape when you just got the fillers and just a throwaway.
Just mixtape to hold it until the album comes out.
This one here is gonna be the single of the album. Okay.
Chat to me.
Think we should get straight to the point. For anyone watching this who wants to get in a relationship, a marriage, I'm going to give you a few steps that you can take, practical steps, somehow, how to get any woman. And it might sound a bit contradictory. Not contradictory. What's the word I'm looking for? It might sound a bit
contradictory.
Not contradictory. It might be a bit far-fetched the way I'm dropping it. You know what I'm saying? It might be too wide of a net I'm casting, but bear with me. I come with notes.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's unpack. On BAU, we're unpacking. Okay,
let's go.
We need to work on that.
We tried. Hit me.
Okay, so in the spirit of Christmas, everyone wants a gift. Okay, and your gift, Mala, this year, what you wish for Santa Claus, Mala, how it say this year, so ma, how about your Malawa? And then, dear Santa, let me get a malab this year. I got you. Okay, I bring the gifts. All right. How do you get any woman? First things first. The first question you need to ask yourself is, what type of woman are you looking for? It's very important to ask that as the first question, because that sets up your target. If you don't have a goal, any sport, imagine playing a sport right now and you don't know how to score that goal. Then you shouldn't be playing that sport, my guy. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Imagine you're on a football pitch, but you think
you don't know how to dribble, you don't know how to pass.
Imagine someone's trying to slam dunk, but they're on a football pitch. That's a different game, my guy. Yeah. So the target is important. You need to know what you're aiming for. But don't they tell you, you need to have these are your targets, right? This is what you need to hit for the day, for the week, for the month, right? Your life needs to have targets. everything in your life has targets, whether you like it or not, somehow, and whether you pay attention to them or not. So does getting a woman. Now, let me fix the teaching. And that don't make me no expert, but I'm just telling you what I've observed over many years, over many friends who've been many places. So it comes from a real place. Go on.
All right, and
You're
when
already
it comes
messing
to,
up my
oh
flow,
yeah,
man.
no, I have to, because you guys should already know, man. You know what I mean, I'm being getting cut in every time. It's my turn, but yeah.
Okay, his whole energy, let me cut him off. So let's see how many times. This is one.
yeah.
Strike one.
Strike one. Now, also making a so who you're looking for? Are you looking just for Bashar? Are you just looking for?
Yeah, but we can't get
Girlfriend.
into that. Do you know why?
No,
But the formula works for anything.
But what I'm trying to get to as well is
that's part of the egg. When you're thinking of what do I want, you also have to think, what do I want? Do I want something serious or something for fun? If you want something for fun, the
reason why I'm saying
this formula works for anything.
But this is what I'm saying. Guys would want something serious, for example,
And then play around.
And then play around.
I'm
Come
about to cover that.
Come on, though. I'm here, there. It's your boy.
Let me cover that. So,
Yeah.
first question that's we're dealing with Hawaiian, what type of woman am I looking for or do I want? Okay? So, we're going to have an imaginary woman now, somehow.
Imaginary.
And let me just preface the first part of this conversation already now by saying, if you're going purely for looks, it's going to be a long day for you. The looks were Hawaiian a bonus.
It's just the icing on the cake.
And that's a taste level too, because some people might think, yo, this girl looks good, and someone else might go mata. So like looks, I think it's subjective, meaning keep in mind the 10 is the focus, how do I put this? The goals or the target of the type of woman you're looking for. What are we talking? Akhlaq, we're talking her values, her morals, personality, her goals in life, those sort of things, the actions that every day you to try to get where she's going, etc.
And guys, I understand the looks is the first thing that will attract you. I get it, but it's like reading a book.
But
if you come into a library and you see the cover of the book, you want to read the book.
Let me put it another way.
You don't want to just read the highlights at the back, but just see.
I'll put it another way for you. Watch this. You have looks, I'll tell you where it plays a part, it's important, but it comes later. There's other important things. So let me put it like this for you. Let's say you want a car today. You want a new car. The first thing you need to, or you want to think about is, and what type of car, and your lifestyle, right? So now you can say I want an electric car or I want a sports car. There's 1,000 electric cars, 1,000 sports cars. Almost every brand today does an electric car. But do you want a 7-seater or do you want a 2-door? Do you want a coupe or do you want a drop-top convertible?
Do you want petrol or do you want diesel?
No, we said electric. They didn't tell
I was just
imagine putting petrol inside the. But again, the point is this: once you know your target of what kind of car and your price range and your budget, once you know all of those details, and the road tax, MOT, whatever, the upkeep, the servicing, then you now know what type of car you need to look for. You see what I'm saying? There's no point looking for a Lamborghini with a Toyota budget.
Okay.
Makes sense? So now the woman's looks comes later once you know what type of woman you're looking for. Because like I said, you can have a sheikhat, they are really mashallah girl, somehow, that's what you're aiming for, somehow. And they could be, they're pretty, not there, it's in the eye of the beholder. How pretty she is. Some guy might think one is pretty, another hijabi there is pretty. So don't worry about that in the beginning. There's plenty of hijabi girls out there that are pretty, and you'll find one of their kukalamta. But the most important thing is the values that she holds in. So you've now set your goals. So that's where we are so far. Okay, step one, set the target. What type of woman is it?
I get
what's
it,
her values? What's her morals? What's her standards? Meaning their family, all of that.
Yeah.
So now you have an idea in your head. You have a picture of what she looks like.
What you? Okay,
Good for
cool,
you.
Cool.
Bravo. Wallahi billah and so good. Half of these people don't even get here. So now you got that done.
Okay, cool.
And I'm joking. So obviously, look at Farid. Wallahi أنا صرت قوي. لأن أنا كنا تاجين. Anyway,
listen.
Step one, find out your target, what you're looking for, somehow, what her values are, etc. Step two, now it's time to look at yourself. Okay, so now you want nag with governed with a certain education, with a certain manners, with a certain
Akhlaq,
and respect and etc. I took off the classes for this. That's how you know it's about to get real.
Yeah, it's very serious. Very serious.
The first thing you want to look at yourself when you look in the mirror, and this is, and I'm looking directly at you, Sama, and I'm judging nobody because we all have our vices in life.
Of course.
But whatever balwat that you have today, you got to look in the mirror and you got to think to yourself, is this balwat keeping me from being great? From doing what it is that I want to do. And balwat can be many things. It's not only drugs, it's not only cigarettes, alcohol, whatever it is. Subhanallah, whatever it is. It could be games. You could be a gamer who's up till
all
6 in the morning playing online.
Fortnite and that.
Yeah, yo, I shot you, man. I swear to God,
Come around the alley. Come around the alley. I'm here.
And there's nothing wrong with doing these things, but if these things are holding you back and everybody knows what are the steps, I'll give you an example, right? Let's say this is a guy who takes drugs or who's up all night gaming, sleeping all day, whatever it may be, right? He now knows he can't keep his job or his career or whatever position they're in, right? They know that there is some sacrifices that come with being able to get up in the morning. It's sleeping at a reasonable time. If you want to function like a normal human, sleeping at a reasonable time. So there's certain steps. So what I mean is, if you have a balwat that's holding you back from a certain weight goal that you have, a certain physical look, or it could be a certain career job that you want to progress to, or if it's whatever it is somehow, or if it's a business that you're trying to start, and it's holding you back from actually taking steps towards that because of their laziness, because of whatever they're. It's those balwado. And you know that what you're doing is holding you back from being able to pray.
Exactly.
But you know you need to pray. That you need to makah. That's when the sacrifices come in. So when you're leveling up in life, so get in at any given time. Look, this is like Aladdin on a floating.
I'm just trying to jump on right now because I'm dipping for no reason.
I'm Aladdin on a Aladdin right to the Neo. It was carpet. I'm on a flying carpet at any given time. Feel free to pop.
I'm already hanging. How jump in? I'm hanging with my shorts on. But listen, and also with balwat, what I think as well is if you are on balwat, cool, but as long as you've got your priorities straight, you could start from there. That's how I feel. Anyway.
Naturally, one thing about
I get so good. But anyways, if you strike two. Yeah. No, it's 1-1 now. It's 1-1.
Okay. That's clean.
We 1-1. So but what I'm saying is you could have your priorities straight. If you're doing your balwat and you got your priorities straight, that's a good start. You know what I mean?
And so let me add on to that. Let me piggyback on that. Naturally, if you're on point, a lot of balwat will fall to the wayside. They will automatically because you go. It's like if I'm hanging out playing games all night, but I'm on top of my job and I'm on top of these other things. Naturally, you go, you know what, I'm not going to bother
early morning tomorrow. I got to go do this.
So naturally, when you're starting to level up in life, naturally, any things that's holding you back from leveling up will fall. Hadikale, you will fall for that and you're not leveling up anyway. And then you're back to square one below the cut at call. So that's
whether it's playing games all day or whether it's being hanging on the road with the mandems and do whatever it is you're doing. I'm not going to get into details, but that will again hold you back. But if you're doing whatever you're doing, and you got your priorities straight, by all means. Now, the next one, because now I'm still hanging.
But we still keep hanging. I'm still trying to step 2, which is balwat and facing the balwat. So figure out the balwat, face the balwat, and be realistic. And to be honest with you, it depends on how bad you want it. Somehow you will go. How hard you go will be according to how bad you want it.
Okay, but it's also important.
Meaning, if you don't really want it that bad, then you're not going to change your ways. Then you don't really want to get married or move on with finding the right woman. So it's all good. Don't worry about it, Marco.
It's important to also be held accountable for yourself.
That's what I
mean. In a sense of, I need to fix up, or I need to do this, or I need to do that.
That was step 2 so far. Step 3 is a good one. Step 3, where and who you hang out with matters.
Okay. You see,
I was going to land there. Let me land.
About to
land. I'm like this.
It was so good. I was about to come on now. Now I was about to come and now you want to land.
Yeah, let me land.
Come on. The way my leg is set up, bro.
You can't even land this time.
Yeah,
but what I mean by that is who you're hanging out with somehow will dictate how you dress, It will dictate where you're hanging out. You see what I'm saying? So meaning, excuse me, qof kastaba qoonku suu ekaysiiyo ayuu yahay.
So whether you're
Hold on. Don't just breeze past that like I didn't drop her.
Okay. Let's rewind that. Let's reload that. Let's reverse. Put the gear in. Okay, محاتري.
Qof walba qoonku suu ekaysiiyo ayuu ka mid yahay.
Can I interpret that?
Please.
Just in case, then. Just
For
in
the
case.
people.
Yeah, I mean,
Not for me. Interpret for them.
What was that phrase? You are who you are who your friends are type of energy.
Yeah.
So
the 5 people you hang out with is the average of you. All of these. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. So
go on.
no.
Trying to land.
No.
More that. So qofka suu ekaysiiyo waxaan ka wadaa and who and where you hang waxaan ka wadaa. If you are dressed in a certain way, hanging in a certain place, you will only meet certain type of women. Bro, I need you hold on. I need you like
because you're being hot.
I'm about to take a
listen.
I'm dropping
No.
gems.
So if you're okay, let me elaborate on this. So going out, events.
There's nothing wrong with events.
No.
The type of events, who
the
are you going with? The type of people, because that will determine the crowd you with and the results you get from that crowd. Meaning, if you're hanging out with criminals, if you're in handcuffs, there's a lot of people that are surprised, like, why am I in these chains? And I thought, let's who are the tabligh the deen there is a byproduct from the actions that you take with the people you hang with. You see what I'm saying? When you're hanging out with people that are causing trouble comes to you. If you're hanging out with peaceful people, guess what? Peace comes to you. Ain't that weird how that works?
It is very, very, very.
So who you hang out with, where you hang out. So now, what does that have to do with getting a woman? It has to do with getting a woman because friends usually will help you or hinder or hurt or whatever word you want to use where you're trying to go. So
they won't get onto you. We'll leave it there. They won't get onto you.
Your target now is based on where you're trying to go. Who you hang out with will matter because they will help you get there or they will help you not get there.
And whether you like it or not.
Yeah, go look back at now at your friend group and then
just see how many people that tell you that you need to fix up or that you need to. And then listen,
and how many people are encouraging you there?
A message is always a message. If something needs to, well, how many times do you say something to me or I say something to you? And it might come across crazy, but at the end of the day, it's about the purpose of the message. What is this person trying to tell you? So just have a look. Even in your phone, social media, just check your phone. See how many people got some beneficial thing and move forward to. Were you on this weekend? Yeah, come on, we got a motive. I mean, and
but like in the motive could be good.
No, but you know what I'm trying to say. No,
it can be. Everything can be looked at positive, negatively. You can also have people that are active, but they're like, "Yo, let's go to this seminar. Yo, let's go to this wholesaler place and see if we can get some business. Yo, let's see if we can make some cold calls today and see if we can.
Let's go out.
But let's go out and do nothing all day. There's a time and a place for that. But if you're not in a position to buy shali, you shouldn't be buy shali. That's already a whole issue that I have is people buy shali. You're gonna buy shali.
Oh. Can we just elaborate on that?
You gotta get your priorities right. How are you celebrating and there's nothing to celebrate
about? And then
and I'm not even laughing, bro. Off of a Melbucho in life, and I'm where I'm at. But what I do know is you won't see me just partying and bullshit for no reason, bro. If I'm celebrating, then we just hit a lick, we celebrate. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking
now
from
you're traveling on bus, getting there. Now you're traveling on underground, trying to get to a place. A brother will show up last minute, be like, "Yo, you got me?" You got me. You know those last minute brothers.
We can do a whole episode on just brothers on who will go, "Yo, you got me," and you are almost walking in. I don't got you. Let's do. Yeah, you have to get him.
Yeah, you have to get him. But listen, that's another episode for another day.
Another day.
Yeah, go on. What's the next one? Throw me another.
So that was step 3. Watch who you with. Let's call it that one. So step 1, set the target. Step 2, face the balwat. Okay, and by facing balwat means you're acknowledging what it is and you're recognizing what it is and you know what you need to work on. Step 3, watch who you with because they're either encouraging or good behavior or bad behavior. They're encouraging something. Step 4, start small. Everybody wants to change things in their life. Don't try to change everything in
In
one
one
go.
go, nah.
Let me give him one little tip. The one tip I can give you is starting small. Create a list of all the things you want to change. You want to get back in the gym. You want to get back on your deen. You want to get savings. You
food
want to
and
start
diet.
clearing debts. You want to get you want to get a better car, a better job, a new car, your first car. You want to get your license. The list can go on forever. Create a list, but like number one, prioritize things because you can't change all of
What's
that
the
in one
number
go.
one
But
important thing that you need to change?
how do you prioritize? You say to yourself, what is the one thing that can knock out a lot of these things? So, for example, if getting up early is going to help you
Achieve more things.
then
Yeah.
that maybe is where you should start.
Because if you're waking up at 1 o'clock, and let me get in, if you're waking up at 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock, then half of the day is gone.
Done.
By the time you freshen up and eat, that's it. But if you get up at 5, you get so much more done. And
But
this
like,
guy,
let me challenge you on that one. Let me challenge you on that one. You can get up at any given time. It depends on how you structure your day and how much of it are you just busy for the sake
It
of being
does
busy.
affect the day. It
Horta
does
waxaa lagu
affect
yidhi,
the
habeen
day,
kana
though.
seexda, maalintana foof,
Yeah,
doonta
yeah, it does
shaqaysta.
affect the day.
But you don't have to be up at 5. You could be up at 8 and still get your work done. You just need to have certain targets daily and make sure you hit those targets.
8 is clean. I'm talking about 11,
No, but like,
12.
do you know what I hate? You gotta get up at 5 a.m. You
No,
gotta
no,
get
you
up
don't
at
have
2 in the
to.
morning.
No.
No, you don't.
No.
You don't. Trust
But
me.
what I'm saying is, you get so
But
much.
make the time you're awake. Make sure it matters.
Huh.
Get in there. Make Gilly
5
sit there.
o'clock, no, what-
I keep the door open. You're not going in there.
Listen,
Get in.
Every time you say get in, I'm still hanging, bro.
Then I go ahead. Can I say stop hanging? Get in there.
Now, what I'm saying is also at 5. The reason why I say at 5 o'clock, you don't have to wake up at
No,
5.
it's just an
So what I'm
example.
saying is just an example. But the earlier you wake up, the more things you can get done, and the earlier that your day is gonna finish. By 4, 5, you got almost everything done, and the rest of the evening you can chill and whatever.
Or you might have time for the things you always say you don't have time for. So let's say you work at 9 to 5. You go, when can I go gym? When I get home, or whatever other commitments you have. Then wake up an hour or two before and you can hit the gym now. Now you actually made time to hit the gym, but it also requires you on the other end in the early session. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
So, however, whatever your list is and however you structure
What's
it,
easier for you as well?
make it. So let me give him so the tip is to start small. Create a list, prioritize, and start small and small changes. So even if it is getting up in the morning, and let's say today you get up at 8 every day. Example.
have to even-
Then tomorrow, don't start trying to get up at 5. You're already losing. Try to get up at 6:30. No,
Stick to 8.
7:30. No, 7:30. He's already up at 8.
How?
Start at 7:30 for however long till it becomes easy. Then do 7. And again, it could be days, it could be weeks. You need to do that until that becomes easy. And from there, you see where I'm going. Keep taking 30 minutes off, 15 minutes, or whatever it is that you need. But there is a book I want to suggest for every single human being who's trying to change something about their lives. Atomic Habits.
Oh, by James Clear?
So good on it.
Oh,
Who put you up on that game? I don't mean swing for you, man.
Oh, it
you know
was
about that
you.
game. Here you go. Ba la 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 la. We need to
See,
work
we
on
gotta
that.
know.
We need to work
Again,
on
again,
that.
again,
We need to work on
again.
that. Maybe on the
Listen.
next try I'll be ready. 'Cause this time I was like, oh, okay. Pause. Farol. Oh, your fingers.
And that kills me.
But Atomic Habits is the
It's a
book.
very amazing book.
Audio book, Socado. Buy the book on Amazon. I don't care how you get it, and I don't care if it's your last piece of change. I promise you,
will
if you
change.
really,
Wallahi,
if
it
you
will
really
change.
pay attention to some of the steps, and he gives you practical steps, I promise you, wallahi, وحبسك كابتن وانا دارته.
And
So starting small, creating better habits, and again, how
small
many
changes
habits
as you go along as well.
And
Just
what
as you go along,
when-
just make tiny changes every
when you
time.
master each one and move on to the next,
Next
so you
one,
start
yeah.
crossing things off the list. And are they going to naturally بدل so many areas of your life, and it's going to positively impact many areas. So when one thing can impact so many other areas, those are the best ones to go for. But he breaks
Please, guys,
everything
make
down
sure,
in that book.
Make sure you write that list down. Please, guys, just write that list down of everything you want to change, like Adil said, and then just take it
House of
week by
Adil.
week. Oh, my bad. Chicken. I saw earlier, House of Adil said. But yeah, and we're obviously gonna it'll be good to obviously post this up on the Empower Manhood Facebook page and
Oh,
see
man,
what
this
the,
one has to go
what the-
everywhere.
yeah,
But like,
the update
let's
is.
just land first. Let's
Yeah.
just land first.
Are we still landing?
Yeah, that was step 4 there. So now you started to make the changes. You
Oh,
can
yeah,
start
yeah.
to implement them. This might even take you days, weeks, months, even years. It doesn't matter. Qof walba waxay u qoran tahay the time, the things happening. So don't try to rush your timing. Ma garanaysaa? Everything is timing. So alhamdulillah, take your time.
Don't focus on the achievement. Just focus on
The
the
journey.
progress and the journey. And
Yep.
every day, if you're even making a tiny bit of a progress, wallahi, it will just see how you feel. Just do this for a week and then just see how you feel. That's are we still
So now it's step 5, and it's the final step. So this is in 5 steps from Kuzuka how to get any woman on this earth. Watch this, okay? Step 5. So
Any?
far, let's just summarize. You set a target for what type of woman you want. 2, you look at yourself, you face your balwada, and you write those down, and you be realistic with yourself and be ready to change these habits. Number 3, watch who you with, who you hang out with, how you dress, what they're doing, what you're doing. Are they aligned with your goals? If not, start getting new friend groups, etc., right? And places to hang out in. And I'll tell you why all of this matters in a minute. Number 4, start small and start changing the things that you need to change about the balwada towards the targets that you're trying to go to. Now, step 5, change starts happening. You start seeing results. You don't just sit around and go, oh, there's results now. Use the results you're getting to keep fine tuning, right? And here's the thing. At what point, Marka, where is this girl that he promised me? Bro, if you took all these steps and now you're seeing the results, guess what's happening? Guess what's happening in your life right now?
6 packs alone will do it. Just 6 packs
That's a
will clear alone.
Now
I'm
look,
joking.
now you've leveled up financially, you've leveled up
Physically.
mentally,
Mentally.
spiritually. So everything is being leveled up. You don't have to be at the perfect place yet, but now you're on track. You're hanging out at the right places with the right people.
Now you're in gear 3.
Now guess
You know
what?
I mean?
Now guess what's going to happen as part of that result? Because here's the magic. From doing the steps and every day taking steps in your journey, automatically a byproduct of it, as in if you keep hitting the gym, guess what? Let me hear you what a dope little quote that Denzel Washington he said, if you hang around the barbershop long enough, you might get a haircut.
Yes.
You might just end up getting your haircut.
Yes.
Speaking of haircuts,
Oh, you got to
come on.
You should have taken it
I
off,
ain't even
man.
trying to go there. Listen.
Yeah.
Here it is.
That's
No,
what
I'm actually being serious with this one. What heard it? So now you're hanging out in the barbershop, and guess what? As a byproduct, you will be introduced to or run into the right woman. And when you do, the only last thing you need to do now, and this is what I mean by fine-tuning, is any and everyone. Once you start chatting to women and you build your confidence up, and you now speak to a couple of different sisters out there, and they're ticking a lot of the boxes, the last thing you don't forget is what your target woman was. Because this is what I mean by looks don't matter at this point. But at this point, you now have bumped into, been introduced to, hanging out at the right places at the right time with the right people, and you might be introduced. You might just bump into yourself. Sukde, let me land on this one. So what's going to happen now is you now have choices to make, which is, dude, some of these women that you're speaking with, are they crossing some of your boundaries? So if they are, and of course, there's 2 lists in your life. One is the things that you will never compromise on, such as the dintada, those things. And there's things that are like minor. Okay, she likes eating berries in the morning. It's a bit weird, but I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? So focus on your core principles, hana budding your core principles. If you want to know what your core principles should be in a woman, right? But once you have that and she ticks those off somehow, and she looks a certain way, here's when it looks nice, fair play to say, well, how does she look? So she ticks the boxes. How does she look? She ticks that box too hard. Then Marka Sahib, the world is yours, and all you have to do is pick which one. So now you went from, I don't even know where to start or what to do, and I'm telling you now. And again, and let me just, you don't have to change your financial status. You don't have to change your physical status. You don't have to change anything. But depending on what type of woman you're trying to attract, somehow will depend on the steps you need and what you need to change. So you can also get any woman somehow with anything, but you want to be in the right position too. So for example, if you're trying to become a CEO of a pharmaceutical company, okay, and you don't know jack-ish about
the company.
Medicine, the company, business structure, like whatever. Business analysis, basic financial in business, law in business, whatever. Business in general. How do you expect to be the CEO? The CEO is usually the one who's running things. And you can become a CEO of a company, but you have to be at that level to get there. If you didn't go and get your license, how do you expect to drive a car? What are you learning in the license? Theory, practical. You're going to learn about the roads, safety, people, how humans interact, road signs, etc. and then you're qualified. So all you're really doing with this list is you're qualifying yourself somehow to be in a position.
Checklist.
Somehow it's like a checklist to be in a position for that right woman. So now, so it boils down to this: can a guy who is the completely useless gamer somehow attract a doctor?
Woman? No. And again,
He can.
But
But
if
what's
you
the
take
likelihood?
the-
No,
yeah, but-
without doing anything, you can. But what is the likelihood of that actually working out?
going from what are you saying? What going from 8 all the way to Z?
Well, listen, let's say I'm chilling every day against my or whatever. Just from the game you spit, you can. But what I'm saying to you is you're not going to be able to hold on in that relationship for long enough.
Sir.
Because my high school shakes, and when she comes home and she talks about the clinic, what's happened at the clinic today, blah, blah, blah. And I think, how was your day? Now, well, I shot like 3 kids in the head today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The moral
So
of the
it's not-
story, obviously, is don't be the guy.
align
obviously
yourself
being
with
on
what
the
you're trying
road.
to. It's even even when you're manifesting things, you align yourself with what you're trying to attract. If you're trying to attract a car, align yourself so you're in the wavelength and that frequency of that particular car. But same thing with a woman, same thing with a job. Even if you're trying to go for a certain job, and people they will top themselves up with a little course, so they might have to restructure and maybe get a whole different education or a whole different course, whatever it is. You want to align yourself, so set yourself up on that level where you can attract that. And that's step 5.
And that's step 5. Okay, I don't want
And
to
from now on,
yet.
do you know what I want? In a couple of months from now, people to write me and go, hey, thank you for those tips. And I'll go, you know what?
I know, but thank you,
You're
Kulai.
very welcome, sir.
I'm thanking you, bro.
That's
Let me
free
be the
game.
first one.
Yeah, I've seen that now.
All right. And another thing, this is another thing, and I'm glad that you actually mentioned that. And I'm going to give you another example. A guy actually just being completely on the road from being in that position to now all of a sudden he wants to get married. And now you got families. It's not
even about that.
No, but I'm
It's
just
more,
giving you an example.
it's more about
Let me-
mentally, are you prepared?
No, but I'm
because sometimes
saying-
you have to be realistic there. I'll let you land, but let's be realistic. You can go from 0 to marriage, but let's be honest, if you are at 0, then you're usually not prepared. Again, you're not on the same wavelength.
Exactly.
Get on the wavelength of where you're trying to go. Also show that you're mature enough, that you want to get married, that you're mature enough to for marriage, or mature enough to keep a relationship. Try and look into what it actually requires to keep a relationship. Because it's like anything else, it requires work. It's like anything else. What about I'm sweating, man.
هذه بالله مقلة.
Car
No, I get
series,
what
Car
you're saying.
Chronicles.
No, I get what you're saying, but my point is, of course, and I feel like it's been happening a lot where a brother that literally there from the roads there, going straight from that, and again it comes to
Usually fails. That's what the but that's the thing.
Do you think that's like predominantly because a brother hasn't set himself up and prepared himself for marriage
100%.
outside what we've listed today, the 5 points? Do you think it's also important also in the sense of self-care, so which means cleaning after yourself, being intact, or
But that's part of with that. Do you know why? I'm saying for you not to be on point with your cleanliness, hygiene, stuff like that. In these steps. So what I'm saying to you is, these steps, you could also be at step 3 already, or you could be at step 2 already. Then take it from there. But like for
step
someone,
0.
Step 0, then you take with the first step, step 1. Get in there.
Yeah. And then we go from that to now step 5. I want to be married. I want to settle down with an ukhti, and it's even vice versa. Vice versa. It's not just the guys, of course.
No.
You know what I mean?
If a woman wants to do the same, then you can just, it's just
It's just a reverse cycle. You know what I mean?
But it's the same concept. It's the same thing. But like there is a few other little differences in terms of I don't know. But today we're not looking at dinta. We're looking at purely. Here's the steps. Here's the formula for you to create an impact in your life. Here's a formula to the change in your life. Because there's a lot of people that will be like, yeah, you got to change this, you got to change that. But how?
Yeah. And listen, we're not coming on here on some like, hey,
Experts.
you got to do this, you got to do that. This is wrong, that's right. Hey, listen, I know we all human beings and we all make mistakes.
And
we all
everyone
have
is
our
where they
flaws.
are.
And everyone is where they are. Some people have been where some of you guys are now, and they've actually developed in. Well, do you know the amount
We're
of
right
brothers?
there with you. No, but why do we start the empowered manhoods on Facebook?
We're
Do we
there.
start?
We're there.
And by the way, a little update on the Discord. But why do we start a Discord where we're trying to get a health challenge, trying to get people to lose or gain weight? Because we ourselves are trying to improve certain areas.
Trying to get the 6 packs by someone.
I'm trying to get it for the winter, like, and I'm a bit late.
Yeah,
Still.
no, for summer, man.
You understand?
I want to be in Zanzibar with a surfboard and that. You know what I mean? Cuddle tight. But yeah, what was I saying? I completely, yeah, but okay, do you think what changes, obviously we're going to keep it for the guys right now, but like I said, we know, I know so many brothers that have actually started that had none of these steps. And man to make it erected at Sorensi, mashallah, Allah Mubarak. Like,
beautiful.
you know, how did you turn around, or how did you know what I mean? So, wallahi, if anyone can do it, you can do it. That's just
anyone can do it there, but it's the willingness, and you got to remember, they're in a different places in life. So some people they're at where fed up and they're ready for change. And there's the people that are not ready to change yet. That how do I put it? That lifestyle, that mentality, that energy, purely because it's convenient, it's comfortable, it works for now. But eventually you'll get to a point where it doesn't work or you don't want it. And at that point now, here is some steps you can take. And I think the people with the highest success rate will be the people that I can't say what Ali Jiv is so those are the 5 steps. Now, within those 5 steps, these are just general directions. And if you just follow these general directions, you will see results. You can get a woman. I'll be honest, you can get a woman.
It's not rocket science. It's just easy steps. These are just
easy. You can't tell who is hard for who is easy for you. Try your best, and that's all you can do. High school living, don't try to rush it, because time a lot of everything in life is qadar Allah. Whether it's the job you're trying to get, the house you're trying to get, the money you're trying to get, you're trying to fly your mom out somewhere, you're trying to sign out for your parents, you're trying to go hajj, you're trying to get married, you're trying to get your motorbike license. You might just want to learn how to do a wheelie, bro. It's not even that deep. Boys trying to learn how to wheelie. You know how to wheelie on a bike. You might just want to wheelie, fam.
Listen,
and that takes time. Practice.
Everything is qadar Allah, I do agree, but then also I'm just gonna sit here, I'm gonna play a game, and then
qadar Allah is the patience part.
Exactly.
So when you're on the path, the patience and the waiting is the qadar Allah part. Exactly. It's not I'm gonna sit here and wait for qadar Allah.
No, but you get what I'm trying to say. That's not really anyways. I'm like, what? Like, so if you stand there and you want a car to hit you, and then but anyways, that's besides the point.
It's a bit of a mad.
Imagine though. But listen, how many minutes we down? I think we went in the ring like crazy.
Yeah, but let's not even worry about that. That's right. Anyway, we can switch it up. We can keep it there. We can get into some other topics, but we can keep it there. Something completely right. Oh, go on. Lead us. Lead the way, sir.
Okay. Now, we were speaking about the attraction, or what attracts a male.
I just said let's jump from that whole topic, and then my guy into the same door.
And then what I'm doing is I'm jumping off. I'm still hanging, by the way. Now I'm trying to climb in and but no, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Go on. Go on.
Okay.
I'm not gonna answer it, but go on.
Hey, wait. Obviously, when you see a female, obviously the first thing that's going to attract you is the looks. Okay, cool. Now we got that out of the way. Now the next thing, do you also believe that someone could actually have a conversation, like you've mentioned earlier, where you're sitting down somewhere, you've been introduced.
Quick question.
Now you got.
Quick question.
No, let me land.
I see where you're going already.
Yeah, go on.
Quick question in that. And I know one guy, but quick question on that one. Has he done the 5 steps, this guy, or has he not done the 5 steps?
He hasn't.
If he hasn't done the 5 steps, then and he's not comfortable. Okay, but land, so I can know. Are you talking about how comfortable
he has done the 5 steps? Sorry,
then he's a big man. No. He's ready.
Now,
and he's confident and comfortable enough to talk to her.
One kartai, but that's not where I'm going. I'm just gonna ask you. I go greedy every time, but don't worry, I got you, man. I got you.
Whatever, we gotta stop doing that here. Pause. This guy who did Backstreet Boys in the last episode. You gotta watch the last episode if you want to know the Backstreet Boys moves. So you can't trust everything.
I was Nick with the Beanie hat, yeah. But anyways.
Did you pull down the posters and say they're still there?
Oh man, what posters, man? This guy's still talking about posters, man.
Yeah, you might still have the posters
bro.
there. I don't know.
Come on,
they
bro,
might be in the box of the things that you want to keep as memory. So, yeah, okay, I don't to see. Look, Abba used to be.
Relax.
You know what, niggas are proud. Look at me back in the day, man. I almost made
used
it.
to be Backstreet Boys.
I almost
But
made
listen,
it back in the
No, my point was, do you believe that someone could actually have a general conversation with this person without even checking their looks? Let's just say looks, but having that conversation and clicking, just based upon personality, sense of humor, down to earth, and name it. Have the looks and people get to know each other that way.
Can they do that?
No, can that happen? I'm like, yeah, it's good that. Go on 5 steps, guys. Good that.
Anything is possible. Of course, it can happen. There.
And
Yeah.
it's always about the attraction. It's the first thing that attracts. You know what I mean?
That's because as human beings, bro, we're visual people. Everybody, but let's not lie about that one.
Exactly.
Who cares about your heart? Like,
you can't see someone's heart from there.
He's got a good heart.
Imagine, I'm seeing someone there. Who you're Kadi?
She's got a
good personality. Who Kadi?
I can see her personality from there.
Yeah, I can see her. No, but it doesn't work like that. So what I'm saying is, sometimes people get to know each other. Like you said, wallahi, qadar Allah, certain things happen in a way you don't even know. You start talking to this person.
Let me switch gears completely, because I thought you were going to switch gears on me, but you didn't. So what it is, but we'll leave Meshi time.
One tag in it, because I'm still hanging, bro. You didn't even let me on the ship, Neo.
Listen, keep hanging. I'm going to switch it up for us.
With one hand now. Go on.
Barbers. I know we had an episode called Barber Etiquette. Go back and watch that or listen to that one.
Yeah?
It's not SoundCloud, it's on Spotify. All our stuff is on Spotify, Apple, how like that? It's on Apple, okay? Go inside the Apple store and it's in there, okay? We're hanging. No, I saw with them. Barbers. Now, last time we spoke about barbers, we talked about how to behave in a barbershop, blah, 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 whatever, the type of people that come in there, etc., right? What I forgot I was going to say about barbers now.
Let me while you're just, you know what I mean? Hotter, me going into a barber where it's full of peoples. I know I get
but we went through the barbershop talk now. I don't want to go. I had a specific point because and I had something that was super funny, like one little bit new. What else, Neil? So the weather's been cold and it's been snowing. Okay?
And icy.
Yeah, so make sure you lot wrap up out there, because I'm wrapped up, man.
Very, very much. Very, very much.
Super wrapped up.
You started the gym, you know what I mean? You see everybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Since the last time we spoke, since we're doing a little update and that, I started the gym and that. But that's all I'm gonna say for now, man. I'm just doing my little small change.
No, and you see, and it's a start. Again, guys. Start small. Not doing the
gym first. Watch the gym membership for a month and then start.
Yeah. Just did you say watch it first?
You gotta start small.
But guys,
what I forgot I was gonna say, man. I'm pissed. From now I'm gonna start writing stuff down there. I'm gonna start journaling. Dear diary.
I want everyone to give us their take, because I want everyone's opinion.
What do we miss out on?
What do we miss out on?
What can we elaborate on?
Exactly.
Is there a point that you think is not even necessary?
And also, what points can be added to these 5 points? What do you guys think? Do you guys think there's more elements to add on? Drop the comments down here below, and
I think those 5 steps somehow.
Yeah, they're absolutely clean, but we never know. There might be more.
What do you mean you never know?
But they might cross some off.
If you challenge me on Subahana, and then we're gonna swing it out.
So we're gonna go in the ring. Hadi, just drop the comments down below this video, and then we'll be happy to answer those. And then man,
we'll be happy to. Any questions you may have, drop them down in the.
We don't have anything available right now, but we shall give you an email if anything pops up. You do know there's no job in it. Okay, guys, you know what I mean? Or when someone says, "Can I have your number?" and I'm like, "No, I'll take your number." You know she ain't gonna call you. You know she ain't gonna call you.
There's a whole episode we need to do on little objection handling when it comes to females, man.
Not every person is gonna say yes.
Not everyone that smiles at you is on air.
You're not Brad Pitt. You're not Denzel.
Okay, we just bigged everyone up. Now we're breaking them back down. Listen, you ain't nothing, nigga.
It's good to take a couple of objections in the back. Take a couple of objections, and even for the brothers that are taking these 5 steps.
Yeah, be prepped.
Once you've got these 5 steps in the back, take a couple of objections, couple of rejections. These are, it's light. You're gonna need this. This is gonna build your confidence. Call this the practice. You know what I mean? Just call this. My head. What was Rick Ross saying about something about shooting hoops in the gym or something.
You
with
weren't
that.
with me shooting in the gym, but that has nothing to do with this though. That was a complete
No. That was cold. That was absolutely cold. You know what I mean? But yeah, but guys,
Well, I
forgot-
was to say, man
forgot-
said,
you wasn't shooting with me in the gym, man.
that's because you weren't there when I was working hard for it, so you can't share the prize with me. That's also another analogy we need to get into.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, another episode. I feel like we can wrap it up.
If you've
clean.
made it this far, guys, I want to thank you all
You
for
made it this far,
watching.
no, I'm joking.
And yeah, everyone, thank you for watching. And yeah, man, make sure you subscribe and like and click that notification bell as well. You get that.
Follow me on House of a Deal.
Follow me on
BAU 24/7. Don't follow him.
Rakeem.no.
Nah, I'm joking, man. Follow us. Everything's linked down below as well. Even if you're listening on the audio, you can still see the links on Apple, Spotify, all of that. Active links. And I'll link the book in the thingy. Hadikale, just search Atomic Habits on Amazon or wherever you purchase your books from, or your local Waterstones. So I'm more the
By
bookstore.
James Clear. Just, I mean, if you put James Clear book at that you'll find it. So don't worry. But yeah, man, thank you for watching BAU 24/7
Episode
39.
Holler. Yek. Hello, they're celebrating us. Oi, Bukule.